previous session, we learnt about different expectations of the producers and the buyers. We looked at how farmer behavior is independent of the expectations of the producers. Now, let's learn about market-based production planning. To understand this, let's look at two types of models: supply-driven production or procurement model and market-driven production or procurement model.
I am curious to learn about these two models of marketing.
In supply-driven production or procurement model, emphasis is on increasing production-based supply, often ignoring the demand side. This results in either overproduction, procurement, or underproduction or underprocurement. In case of market-based production, planning or procurement, the potential market demand is assessed before undertaking production procurement. Hence, a situation of either underproduction or underprocurement or overproduction or overprocurement is avoided. Now, we will go through a case scenario. Vinod, kindly go through the case study. Reflect on cases of underproduction or procurement and overproduction or procurement. Reflect on what it means from the perspective of the farmers. Also, look into the advantages and disadvantages of underproduction or overproduction, as well as advantages of production or procurement as per the market demand.
KMFPO, Kullu Manali Farmer Producer Organization, has a farmer base of 200 farmers producing apples in 2012 and 13. It procured 500 tons of apple from farmers. It was sold in different parts of the country. The supply was found to be shorter than demand. Considering this, KMFPO encouraged farmers to scale up their supply to FPO. The farmers decided to divert their supply of produce to FPO instead of selling a part in local markets. In 2015-16, about 2,000 tons of apples were procured by the FPO. However, the demand for apples was only 1,250 tons. To reduce the losses, the remaining 750 tons was sold at throwaway prices to dealers. Heavy loss was incurred. The FPO decided that there is a need to make more proper assessment of demand. It conducted a market assessment of potential demand in the different segments. It arrived at a potential demand for 1,500 tons of apple for the year 2018-19. Accordingly, KMFPO suggested its farmers to go in for only marginal increase in supply to FPO. Accordingly, about 1,500 tons were procured and sold to dealers in different parts of the country. KMFPO was able to provide as per the need for the market and did not incur any loss. It made good profits for the year.
How do you analyze the situation?
During 2012-13, there was demand for the produce but limited procurement by FPO. In 2015-16, there was over-procurement, which was beyond the market demand. During 2018-19, procurement was based on the market assessment and hence adequate to meet the market demand.
Right. Hence, situations of both underproduction or underprocurement and overproduction or overprocurement were addressed. Losses were avoided and the FPO was able to make a decent profit. Market based production or procurement planning benefited the FPO. When there is production higher than the demand, FPO needs to explore alternative markets for the farmers. How do you assess the above scenarios? Do you think you can differentiate between market based production or procurement planning and supply driven production or procurement planning?
Yes,
Similarly, a FPO needs to further address some of these questions. What is the quantity of demand and supply for a commodity? Is the demand short term or long term? What is the seasonality of demand? What are the changes in demand and supply patterns? What are the factors affecting price? What kind of marketing arrangements and marketing models needs to be explored in future?
it is true.
Moreover, since market is dynamic in nature with constant changes in demand and supply conditions and changes in price patterns, a FPO needs to continuously update itself with changing market trends. Market assessments need to be done on a periodic basis. What is your overall learning from this session?
If the FPO adopt market-based production or procurement planning, we produce or procures only as per the needs of the market. Though this FPO can avoid excess production or excess procurement or underproduction or under procurement, and hence wastage of investment on overproduction or over procurement and shortage of underproduction or under procurement are avoided. Production or procurement would thus be as per the actual needs of the market. A FPO also needs to assess production and price patterns while making market based production or procurement planning. It needs to constantly update itself with market information.